I will fund that one myself. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets paid for that one. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, I'm a
going
huge
to.
advocate for paying your cast and crew.
I feel like, you know, I'm open to being convinced to change my stance on this, but like the first feature film I do, I've been thinking about this. It's the one where the boys becoming men in a world run by devout feminists. I feel like that one I can get away with for like I kind of want to do that one like I do everything else I've done so far, volunteer basis. I could be changed on that, but I want to know that if my career goes to shit or something, I can always do that. But also I'll learn new ways of being able to get away with a small budget for that next feature film. And, you know, it'll become fuel to the fire to come up with inventive ways of doing things that produce results that look like I want to see if I can make a feature film that actually goes somewhere and do it for like a few $1,000s. And probably that'll be spent on things where there's no possible way of getting around like getting it for free. I don't know. That's been my thought process. You know what? If you think I'm a piece of shit for thinking that,
I don't think you're a piece of shit. I think a lot of people think that. I think a lot of people think like that they can do things for very little money. I can tell you that when I'm finished with my feature and I want to move it into the production stage, I definitely want to have funding. Like a lot. Like I won't do it for less than like $200,000 because I want it to be as good as possible. And I know a lot of my own money's going to go into it, of course, but I want to get investors involved and get like certain names involved so that people are more inclined to want to invest in it. But it's hard to do. I mean, Densmore alone is an 11-minute film, and that costs $6,000.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, between and Eric and I didn't take any, like, we didn't pay ourselves. I didn't pay him to act, and he didn't pay me to shoot it, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so no one got paid other than
what goes in. That's mainly crew. That's like. And then also you had to lodge the people. You had to pay for like lodging and people.
So when we went out to Densmore in Kansas, it was just Eric and I.
Okay.
So which was incredibly challenging.
Where does the budget go? If that I don't mean to be offensive in that question.
No, not at all. So that
that's the hang up for me. I've learned how to do things for low budget and make it look decent, but I pull a lot of favors. And I realize, you know, I feel guilty about that. And I feel like at the same time, you know, I might like, I'm hung up on it, whether I want to do my first feature film for like, you know, go the whole route of funding and whatnot. But I don't know.
A lot of the budget for Densmore went to production and then post-production. So production as far as getting to Densmore and then lodging and then flying back from Densmore, plus like the rental car and everything. But then also shooting the office scenes, like paying for crew, like our sound person, our post-production sound person, which we ended up having 2 post-production sound people. The score, our composer, who is a freaking amazing dude, and our visual effects guy, who also is he's a magician. Like, he's amazing. Both of those people I will forever recommend. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm big into paying your cast and crew, because even if it's a little, like, I'm like for Das, the actress in it, I mean, Eric acted in that for free, and the actress Erilyn, the little girl in it, she came from New Jersey for like $75 to act in that, even though it was like a one day, like a 5-hour shoot. Like that's nothing. $75 is nothing.
Like if I pay people for my first feature film, how much do you think I should pay cast for like For
Would it be non-union?
non-union.
I think it depends. I mean, typically I try to pay. It depends so much on your length of day. Are you going to be doing 12-hour days, 16-hour days, 8-hour days?
Let's go with an 8-hour day for now.
An 8-hour day. I mean, I would think at least like 150, depending where they're coming from.
Well, I was thinking it would probably have to be 200.
It depends because like SAG ultra low budget is 125, I believe, and don't quote me on that. I could be incorrect, but okay. So I typically pay for like a 1-day shoot that's like 8 hours. I'll typically pay between like 150 and 200, depending on like the actor and what's involved and travel and everything.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I'll find out more about like what it's going to cost to make the film, but yeah, I mean, but then it's like the people I work with and the way I reward people is like, I work with them again. No, I work with them again, and I bring them onto projects like that again, and then eventually like we will be working on projects together. Like I treat them like my De Niro or you know, that's why like I work with Darlene so much, and I also enjoy working with her. I
got you. Yeah, you work with the same people that I'm
currently surrounding myself with people who, and I find that they're writers as well, and that's a big thing. They're all writers, and they're also people I can have like hour-long or more conversations with easily. Like when we first talked on the phone, I was like, I asked you to be my DP, but plus one of the reasons was because I was like, this is somebody I can talk to easily, and I just like the rest of them. And if I can, and I know if I connect really well with these people, they often connect really well with each other too, and it's creating this dynamic on set that is unlike anything. And it's like it's a very filtered process, but like the people who make it through that filter and of you know and they work together, like it's like the it's like the basketball dream team or something, you
right
know? Like you got all the best basketball players like in the Olympics, like whatever with Michael Jordan and all those people, Scottie Pippen. I watched that documentary or something on
I'm not a sports person.
The Last Dance. I'm not either, but I watched the documentary The Last Dance, and even though, you know, I heard Ken Burns shitting on it because it wasn't, you know, it was you know, overlooked by Michael Jordan's production company, like I still liked it because it had his perspective. I wanted the winner's perspective, and we got it.
I don't even know what documentary you're talking about.
The Last Dance on Netflix. It's 10. I'll message you. But it's basically. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this podcast clip. For notes and links to things mentioned on the show, my films, full episodes, or other selected clips, go to profittableproductions.com/podcast. Profitable is spelled like my name with 2 F's and 2 T's. Also, for updates on future episodes, follow me on Instagram at Proffitt Take and at Profitable Productions. Consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out a lot. Thanks again. Catch you on the next take.